Hi traders, this is a daily forecast on dollar yen. Today is Tuesday, November 9. Let's start our analysis with the tool which is called currency strength and have a look what's the performance of the US dollar and Japanese yen. So if we check the last 24 hours, we can see that the Japanese yen is the second strongest currency. It's the red line on the screen. The US dollar is so far the weakest currency. It didn't lose that much, just 0.23%. However, it's currently behind the market. Let's also check the situation over 1 week. So here we see the Japanese yen is the strongest currency at the moment, and the US dollar is the actually more neutral. It's where it was about 5 days ago. So we can see this phase of a weaker dollar started from November 5th after the release of the US job report data. So basically, so far, the US dollar is getting slightly weaker. So I would like to say that we are currently in a very special phase of the market. There's a global repricing of interest rate expectations, and we have some strong movements on the government bonds. So government bonds rally across all countries and all maturities, and we can see yields falling at the same time. So here you see the 10-year US government bond yields, so they're falling. Right now, there's some consolidation. So the Japanese yen has inverse correlation with the US government bond yields. At the same time, we can see yields falling in Germany, pretty much the same situation, and also in UK. So there's some consolidation phase at the current level. So you can see that yields don't really move much. In the US, they open slightly lower. So there's some downward pressure. So far, I would more say that the situation is more stable. So in my opinion, the dollar yen is an important currency because it will indicate if the current phase of the market is over or if there is some further potential for the repricing. So let's check the situation. I'm going to start with the daily chart. So far we can see that consolidation continues. I also mentioned this before in my previous video that we may see a much stronger yen and we may see some further correction. And in case if we fall below 113, it's going to be still very early to start buying. Like if you like this currency pair, it's generally still a bit early. Generally in November, there's some seasonality behind the Japanese yen. It falls sharply in November. However, the current situation is different. I think we need to look for deeper dips to buy, maybe from the level 112.20, maybe that would be more considerable and strong support level. At the moment, we see that we reached the level 112.85. So it's this kind of a retest of the daily channel. But in my opinion, this level is not really sufficient. For me, the key level would be if the currency pair stays below 113, I think there's going to be even more downside pressure. In case if we reach 112.20, potentially there are some good buying opportunities, which can be more like a long-term buys, because sooner or later the yields will appreciate. We cannot keep the interest rates so low forever. I think that inflation is just going much higher and it's becoming a real concern. The central banks are just repeating their mantra that inflation is transitory, but in my opinion, the inflation is a huge risk, and this time probably the markets are wrong, repricing those interest rate expectations much lower. I think that central banks will be forced to raise rates and to do it very quickly in the future. So this week we actually have inflation numbers in the US, so that's why I think that there may be some volatility in the markets as of Wednesday. So let's also pay attention to the 4-hour time frame. Here we can see those levels much better. For me, yeah, once again, you can see 113 was not so easy to break, but however, we did it after the second attempt. So far we're moving slightly lower. In my opinion, this level around 112.20 would be potentially a good opportunity to consider long positions. So far, I think that the dollar yen is kind of a leading currency pair, and it's showing you the current phase of the market. So that's why, in my opinion, it's very important to follow this currency pair, even if you don't have any trades. I think dollar yen can show the indication of the future movement of the US dollar. In case if we move above 113, Probably this will mean that the US dollar will be much stronger and the phase of repricing is over. So in case if we move slightly lower, in my opinion, here the movement will be just overstretched, and here we can expect a potential rebound. So speaking of trading ideas, I would probably consider buying from 112.20. And probably another opportunity to buy would be just above, in case if we break this resistance level above 113.50, I believe maybe even higher. So only from those levels, I think this currency pair will look more bullish. So far, the current setup is more bearish, and we need to actually to have much stronger upside movement to consider long positions higher. So basically that's it for today. I hope this analysis was very useful for your trading. Please leave your questions and comments below, give us your thumb ups, and also subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a nice day.